So please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra, and then the verse of praise and mantra for Medicine Buddha, and then the four measurables. Let's see. Okay, all on page 34. Mune mune mahamunaye soha te ata mune mune mahamunaye soha te ata mune mune mahamunaye soha. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the three poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. I'll go to page 37. And we will chant the verse of praise and mantra for Chen Reisig and Green Taro. First, the one for Chen Reisig. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, who said a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Reisig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Trude liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now go to page 34, and Geshe-la will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
The purpose of this prayer is to set up positive intentions. That's the main reason why we say this prayer, to set up positive intentions. Okay, the best form of positive intentions is to dedicating rest of our life for the well-being of all living beings. That's the best form of motivation or intentions. Technically, what's called bodhicitta intentions, bodhicitta motivations. Okay, best. So then you get maximum benefit, mentally you get maximum benefit having this such a powerful intentions to wish to work for well-being of all living beings. Then you get maximum benefit. Okay? Whether you can say the prayer or not, well, if you can say, that's good. If you cannot say, so then just meditate. Okay? Sanje
Chetan Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Pesanam Gi Dola Pencher Sangye Tu Pasho. Chetan Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Pesanam Gi Dola Pencher Sangye Tu Pasho. Chetan Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyengi Pesanam Gi Dola Pencher Sangye Tu Pasho.
Ladala Mimina Mianji Omada Jajana Chuchu Chawaja Banama Sanja Sura Rabda Shishin Devi Nidaji Tambe Chunjin and Dishi Namalaya Dalu Dandi Tiwadami Dowakunja Nana Jamadam Jaki Nandagi Chetan Kangi Tuzi Niason Dawatam Japome Tambe Chunjin Kodam Dela Chance. First, good morning. Morning. Well, my friend on Zoom, good night. Oh, yeah. Maybe first, please, would you mind take maybe a moment to introduce yourself, please? So then after that, we'll start class. Good morning, Chitra Matra. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Scott. Oh, good morning, Vendravatenji Lamo. Good morning, Patricia, Patagonia. Good morning, Marcelo, Panenda, Patagonia. Good morning. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Jerry. Uh,
Nice to meet you. May I come see you sometime this week, Yeshua?
yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll text you.
Oh, just let me know. Okay. Yeah, yeah. 아니 이제
Okay, Kadampa Center folks, go ahead and wrap it up. All right, everyone, make your way back to your seats and we'll start.
did any questions? No question. The topic is like mindful life. That's today's topic, mindful life. So before that, maybe we'll do short meditations. Okay, short meditations. Mm, mm. I think from my point of view, so why, or probably maybe there's two different, like my personal point of view and also according to Buddhism, why we do meditations. I think it's important, me or my friend, important to understand why we meditate in the first place and for what. We as a human, then from the broader point of view, as a living being, we have body and we have mind. That's called life. So then both of them come with the complications. Body come with complication, mind come with complication. None of them is perfect. So till like we're trying to live our life best as we could and happy as we could. And living our life best as we could doesn't mean we will eliminate all the complications that associate with the body and mind. So that's not enough to just to have simple wish to living a good life. So that just simple wish cannot, eliminate all the complications that associate with the body and mind. So now when it comes down on the physical, complication, in developed country, there you have so many resources how to overcome, so many resources. Clothes, food, environment, road, medicine, hospital, you have the best access in order to overcome from physical difficulty. That's the fact. It's nothing to do with religion. So, so now, other hand, there's complications that come with the mind. There's more challenge. Which country you go, poor, developing, underdeveloped, very developed country, pretty much same thing. Pretty much same thing. So now we think, we feel, we think, we react, we perceive things, we project, we have opinions, we have everything. So now, so this is important for me, for all my friends here. What is meditation? What is meditations? So meditation is a technique to making familiar with something that you are not have been familiar before. Gom, that's how it sounds in Tibetan. Gom means gom, same like making familiarizations, making yourself familiar with something. So now the purpose, what is the purpose of meditations? That's very important. I think it's very important to all of us to have this understanding. The purpose and the power of meditation is subdue disturbing thought. That makes your life mentally more complicated. Eliminating disturbing thought is not simple, which is not enough. Needs some exercise. Technically, what it's called like afflicted mind, klesha, afflicted mind, meaning disturbing thought. Nobody, wearing robe, not wearing robe, priest, cardinal, abbot, ex-abbot, moment disturbing thought is equally disturbed. You'll be equally disturbed no matter where you sit, where you're from, who you are, Tibetan, American, regardless. As long as you have mind, the moment disturbing thought rises, you are disturbed. That's why it's called disturbing thought. So that is technically it's called afflicted mind. Afflicted mind. Where it is, it's not on the table. It's not in the cup. If it's in the cup, you can just throw. It's not like that. It's here. So that is whatever you call mental complication, mental problems, mental suffering. That's what it is. It's caused by that. So that has to solve through mind. That cannot be solved through physical things. It has to solve through thought process. That is what is called meditations. The purpose is to subdue disturbing thought. Gom top, gom meditation, top power, nyumong afflicted mind. Chungwa means less. Less disturbing thought, less afflicted mind, you'll be better off. So with that knowledge, if you meditate, now you know exactly why you're meditating, what it's for. Oh, my life has been like all my energy has been drained out by just getting angry. I'm angry all the time. Not good, not good, not good. It's not just religious business. It's not just religion business. It's about your life. It's about your life. So, gumtop nimuchunga. Tutop shishido, learning, reading spiritual book, learning. What's the purpose of learning? Make your mind peaceful. Make your mind calm. It's not just mere to gain a lot of knowledge. No. This is very different types of knowledge. When you read, it makes your mind calm and peaceful. That should be the purpose or reason why we read a spiritual book, to make our mind calm and peaceful. Tutop shishido, gumtop nimuchunga. So there's two lines. Tutop first, tutop shishido. Power of knowledge is to make your mind calm and peaceful. So that's what it's called, spiritualities. Gomtop nimuchuma, the power of meditation is to subdue disturbing thought. Oh, so now, how the disturbing thought rise? How disturbing thought rise? There's reason. It's not just happen. Nothing just happened. Everything happened based on process, based on cause, cooperative conditions. That's how things happen. Nothing just happened like that. Nothing. So, according to Indian master Vasubandhu, he wrote this text, I'm not sure like how many years ago, probably thousands of years ago. So that book was called like Abhidharma Kosha. The translation in English is called Treasure of Knowledge. Treasure of Knowledge. In chapter number, it has 9 chapters. Chapter number 5, the Vasubandhu stated how the first place nobody wished to have disturbing thought. Then why disturbing thought rise? How disturbing thought rise? How it rise? It's always important to understand how it rise. Then otherwise it sounds like, oh, my neighbor give it to me. My neighbor give it to me. Neighbor don't give it to you. Oh, my friend give it to me. No, it's not like that. Need to understand the fact. Am I free from disturbing thought? If the answer is yes, very good news. Wonderful news that you will never get, your mind never get disturbed because you are free from disturbing thought. Answer, yes or no? No, that's the fact. Then need to accept or admit, can't like act like that you are free from disturbing thought. If you are not, that doesn't serve very well. Need to accept, oh, I have problems. Everything is perfect. Not everything is perfect because I have problems. I'm not free from disturbing thought. Is that a problem? Yeah, it is a problem. It's a problem. That's the first place. Then object close by. Somebody who's getting under your skin, how you say, getting under your skin, irritating you, saying all kinds of things, calling your name. What is that? That's object. It's not like beyond ocean. If it's beyond ocean, doesn't bother you, it's close by. Second fact. So then, based on that fact, what we do, we don't say based on that fact. We don't say, wow, wonderful, you are giving me opportunity to practice patience. We don't say that. If you say that, you'll be fine. We don't say that. Generally speaking, I'm not judging you. I'm just using me as an example. So then we project, we impose, superimpose, we project. What you see your projections. More likely, so then, then we have all kind of word to call, like, all kind of word that we call, like, how come that you does blah, blah, blah. So then, like, meanwhile, not knowing the disturbance thought is about to rise. So that's why, now you understand, that's why disturbance thought rise. That's the reason why disturbance thought rise, how disturbance thought rise. It's not like somebody's deciding, now cause and condition is complete. You will get upset because now everything is complete. When something is complete, nobody can change. You planted the seed of jalapeno, habanero.
Either one.
Either one.
Two different types of very hot peppers.
Which one is hotter?
Habanero.
Yeah, habanero. When the habanero sit there, you water them, weather is nice, and you're hoping maybe mango will grow. There'll be no mango. That's you are just fantasizing. That's your idea. Habanero will grow, not mango. So that you cannot stop because cause and conditions, primary cause the seed, cooperative conditions, you, water, sun, all of that cooperative conditions. When it's complete, something will grow. Same thing here, same thing here. There's something to be mindful. There's something to be mindful. This topic is called mindful life. There's something that throughout the day we should be mindful. If you really say, oh, I love myself, I care myself, show some actions. Don't just say. Show some action. Don't just say. If you care about yourself, if you really love yourself, help yourself not to get angry. That's the best thing to do. That's the best thing to do. Well, what's wrong with getting angry? When you get angry, you are in pain. You are in pain. When you are in pain, you can't do good things. When you get angry, you can't see good things. You cannot say good things. Is that good things? It's not good things. It's not just religious business. It's about your life. It also have ripple of impact. Your family get this negative impact on you, your friend. You are like, everybody. It's no good. So there's something to all my friends, including myself. I'm trying all my best every single day, trying to be mindful, not by force, voluntarily, deliberately. Protecting myself from disturbing thought is my moral responsibility. So this is the best moment to do that. This is the best moment. Eventually free myself from the disturbing thought. That is possible. That's very possible. So then based on that knowledge, if you meditate, you know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to subdue the disturbing thought and increase patience. Positive thought, more positive thought. Oh, wonderful, like I want them to be happy. That's what I pray. That's what I always say. May all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness. You are very much included there. You are happy, I'm happy. I rejoice. That's what I pray every day. I don't get jealous. Or I don't wonder like why all of a sudden you become so happy. Are you taking some kind of drugs? Something like that. No. You're just happy because they're happy. That's why you are dedicating your life. The power of the positive mind is very much useful, and positive mind is very much needed in order to have peaceful life. peaceful life. Disturbing mind destroyed your peace of mind. That's called disturbing thought. Oh. So as I mentioned before, like why when you go to holiday, when you go to hotel, they have like a couple of people to hang out. One of them said, "Don't disturb me. Don't disturb." Why you hang there? You are proud not thinking there's somebody going to destroy you physically, because you this indicate that nobody, you don't want them to disturb your mind or peace of mind or sleep. Maybe eventually, if nobody understands the importance of importance of what you call don't disturbing other people's mind, maybe Kadamba Center should make the big sign to wear. Don't disturb me. Everybody wear here when they come here. So maybe eventually go outside. People do hear. People are very visual. They do see. Don't disturb me. Maybe people are respectful. People are not evil. People are not evil. That's what we think. People are not evil. People, when they see it, they probably leave it alone. I think, I hope. So then I think the best things to maybe, like, if it's possible, to avoid them. So like we did learn during the COVID-19, we learned how to avoid people. If people want to come from here, you go there in the park. So maybe there's something we could. I'm not just making this up. So like also teaching also said that for the beginner, is you are going to be more successful if you avoid the object. If you choice, why you have to stick? You can practice patience now. It's too difficult to practice patience. Why you put yourself in that position? You can move around. You can go somewhere else. Here, you say, what do you say? Creating space, giving space. That's what it means. And teaching says avoiding object. So that's the same thing, meaning same thing, different word, meaning same thing. Anyway, back to here. So purpose of meditation, I think that's important. Otherwise, like, why you sit like this? For what? What are you thinking? Or some people say, "Oh, think nothing." I just sit there. How this is possible? Think nothing. That's impossible. How are you going to think nothing? If you are thinking nothing, you are thinking. It's not really you are not thinking nothing. So then what is the purpose? Why you sit like this? For what? No meaning. There's no meaning. So then this meditation become not very productive. So like you tell me something, why we meditate? Why we meditate? It's not a quiz, it's not a quiz. Huh? Oh, so there's one. It's not a quiz. If you have put something to share, why we meditate, what we are hoping to get out of meditation, why you meditate? Because you are a religious person, because you believe in religion, that's why. Not quite good. So why we meditate in the first place? Please share why we meditate.
Okay. So in line with what you're saying, to still the mind,
No?
to still the mind,
Oh.
to get back to that clear, quiet water place.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't you think it's important? Why? Because you are dedicating your time for something that you should get something, and like otherwise, like this term becomes so familiar, especially in the West, everywhere. Meditation. Like, what is the meaning of meditation? Why you do? What are you hoping to get out of that? What are you hoping? It's like some kind of like new age things that you do. No, it's not something new age. That's been existed 2,500 years ago. It's not New Age things. So that's very important. Ask yourself, it's important, So any more donations while we meditate?
Also to become familiar with the teachings, to think about them, review them, analyze them.
Yeah. And,
I meditate because I just don't want to have an angry mind. I'm sick and tired of being
oh,
angry.
that's very good.
I
That's
hate
very
being
good.
angry. It brings no result at all, no happiness for anyone. And so I meditate just so that I can place myself in this very peaceful, calm place where I don't. Case in point, I was with my wife and my daughter and her friend, and the discussion turned to politics. And before you knew it, all these F words and all sorts of stuff just coming out, And I just stopped and I said, that's why I take a moment to go home.
Se te escucha más. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure.
Sure. I sorry, I need to say.
This must be one of those complications that Geshe-la talks about.
I was hoping somebody would talk. Yeah, I think something's going on.
Yeah, we lost the Kadampa Center, all the.
Do you have a text to text Linda or call her or something?
I think I have her phone number. Yeah, let me see.
No, a message just flashed up that there was a power surge. So they lost. Yeah. So they know what's going on.
Okay.
Lots of complications.
What's going on?
There we go.
Like that. So another word is a wood. It's not even another hand. There's a gap between wood and hand. Hand is not really touching the wood. If you get ready, if you decide to get angry with the wood. So is that true? That's true like this. The word even doesn't touch. Easy to say, but I'm the one who's saying it, but it's difficult. But there are so many different ways to think how to tackle, this all the disturbance, like circumstance. So Dharma to be Nimodus, one teaching says, enemy is within. It's not the neighbors. It's not like a neighbor's dog. It's not the neighbors. It's not the neighbors like what you call like lawnmower. It's not the neighbor's lawnmower. It's not the neighbor's like leaf blower. It's not that. Enemy is within. So that needs to take care of. Though simply chick chomna, does it something chom that does. Again, Masa Shanti Deva. If you manage to destroy anger, it is like equivalent of destroying all the enemy out there. You have no longer enemies. You don't no longer have enemies because anger is gone for good. So, Danye Daki Gwen Shene Suji going to choose. You are your protectors. You are your enemies. Who said? Masa Shanti Deva said, you are your enemy, you are your protectors. Is that true? Analyze. Very true. True. Most of the time you destroy your happiness. Most of the time you create so much suffering because most of the time you beat up yourself. Most of the time you recycle. We are so good in thinking about something that went wrong, then we think again, not able to let it go, holding so tightly, meanwhile getting nothing. No. So that's why we are seeking something, we are looking something, we are looking for something, we are looking for outcome, we are seeking something, maybe peace of mind. Well, that's why I meditate. What is the obstacle for peace of mind? Disturbing thought. Nothing else. Disturbing thoughts. It's the only thing that destroys your peace of mind. If that's the case, what I need to be more mindful, disturbing thought. How it arises, I always have risks. I'm not free from disturbing thought. There's always risks. I should be more mindful, super mindful. When object close by, I have choice. I just leave or say nothing. No, that's very possible. Even somebody shouting, you choose, deliberately choose not to say a word. You can do. You are doing it deliberately, voluntarily. Is this piece of cake? No, it's hard. Because you are sitting back, you are thinking, you are thinking. You are thinking. Before you are saying something, you are thinking, you already know what you're going to say, and you decide not to say, you have been thinking about that word. Slowly, 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 somehow you manage to chew that idea, digest, gone. And you say no more. Maybe you said some word, you immediately you caught up yourself, you regret, you caught up yourself, you look at other person's face, change, whole environment about to become toxic, you realize that right away. It could become much worse if you say it again, then you realize that you choose not to say a word, you just sit there, thinking, thinking, thinking. Then if you say nothing, other person will probably say nothing. So then later on, you feel good, you feel great, you feel great. Even though it's painful, results good, results good. That is the sign. You can do it again. You can do it all the time. If you did it one time, you can do it again. Why not? If you cannot do, you cannot do even one time. That clearly shows you can do, you can control. You can control. So that is the purpose of meditation. That's why you meditate. Oh, now slowly, slowly, I read it, Shanti, there was books, I read it many times, especially chapter number 6, how to deal with anger. So now I'm learning something, I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere.
So, Dennis, since we
Yes, go on.
are online, if you could raise your hand and wait for the microphone. But the question to Geshe is, have you ever had any problems or difficulties meditating yourself?
When I'm having difficulty meditating, I just go enlighten. Oh, like of course, everybody has, So assuming me has no problem. That's ignorance. It's a mistake. That's like incorrectly assuming consciousness. You understand? If you ever heard before this, assuming consciousness, whenever Tenzin Lama, assuming consciousness. Assuming, you assume, we assume. That makes sense? We assume. That's called assuming consciousness. That's mind, is called assuming mind. Assuming mind. Assuming mind, makes sense? So assuming mind has correct or incorrect, both of them. Looking at the sky like, oh, there's all the cloud, that assuming it's going to rain, maybe that's the correct one. Maybe you correctly assuming it's going to rain. Clear sky, thinking it's going to rain, that's the incorrectly assuming of the rain. Incorrectly assuming consciousness never chance to become valid. So like assuming Geshe-la has no problem meditating, that may be incorrectly assuming consciousness. It's not valid. So of course everybody has no difficulties, but probably relatively have less problem, relatively, doesn't mean no problem. There's tons of problems. That's why I'm still not liberated from samsara. Very, very clear indication. Everybody has problems, like keeping your mind. Oh, the text says like you could reach like, maybe eventually you can just keep your mind, your whole attention of your mind, 100% attention of your mind on this object, 4 hours, no moving. Is this possible? Possible. So right now, it's impossible. Then eventually you almost feel like you can count every single atom in this object. Your mind gets that strong. You can feel like you can count every single atom. Now you don't see even one atom. So that's how your mind Don't think, oh, somewhere like outside there, somebody's mind. No, no. Your mind can become like that powerful. So, yeah, it's still, struggle. As I telling like one of our members, I said, a few centimeters forward, then 5 foot backwards. That's how we move. 5 foot backward, then you still move, try to move few centimeters forward. That's how it goes. Never give up. You never give up. Never give up. Always try. You never give up. Oh, so there's so much. Sorry, so much been taking time. I think it's important. It's important. We are seeking something. We are seeking. That's why we meditate. Is that true? We are seeking something. We are hoping something. What? Peace of mind, happiness. Disturbing thought is the worst obstacle. Disturbing thought is the worst obstacle. That's the only thing that you need to worry about. Express your anger or just say, shout. Maybe in the West that you encourage people to just shout, scream. The East, we don't do that. We don't encourage people to express. Just sleep with that. Just how you say, sleep with.
Sit with it.
Sleep.
Sit.
Sit or sleep. Sometimes you say, I will sleep. Sleep or sleep on it. Sleep on it. Makes sense. When you shout, somebody will get intimidated. Because the shouting there's no feeling of love in there. It's just, there's no good energies. So you sit back, breathe, and you are thinking, you think, this is the best thing to do. Because my happiness, not always worry about somebody else's happiness. You have to worry about your happiness too. For sake of your own peace of mind, is it just good to shout? Maybe not. Why you shout? We react right away. We don't take our time, we just react right away. That's what we've been used to do. Now what you left with? Nothing. Nothing. Are you left with a tons of happiness? If that's the case, good, shout, continue to shout, scream. That's not the case. Need to be practical, okay? So then I think it's important to understand the purpose of meditations. So then with that understanding, if you meditate, then makes sense, makes sense. Then you can meditate on patience. So then eventually try to implement that practice when you go out in the public. Patience is very much needed. In 21st century, patience is very much needed. That's the way to protect your peace of mind, not just sit down like this. If you sit down like this, nobody bothering. In the first place, there's not much as a ground to talk about peace of mind. There's nobody really bothering. You're sitting there. So when somebody is trying to disturb your mind, that's a risk. Now you are facing risk. You could lose your peace of mind. So then you choose to protect and take and breathe, sit back, take time, breathe and think. What are you doing? Meditating. You are meditating. Or does it look like you are sitting like this? No, you don't look like sitting like this. You are just laying and just thinking. That is meditation. That's called productive meditation. You've been thinking how to protect environment, make sure that environment doesn't turn into toxic. That the environment makes everybody look, nobody can smile now. Nobody can smile. Everybody becomes so serious. How that happened? Somebody says something, somebody responds something, that's how it happened. It doesn't just happen like that. So that's why this topic, being mindful life. Okay, so I think whenever Tenzin Lam been working for people long time, whenever Tenzin Lam, please you share something. You teach meditations. to your client?
If they're open to it, I do, Geshe-la.
So how you help them? Like, most of the people there you see, they're like struggling, like, and not because not because they don't have money. So some of them probably has tons of money, but still they are like. So there's like Western therapy, right? Western therapy.
Yes, Geshe-la, for 40 years now.
Yeah, please share information, please, if you don't mind. We have how many? We have few minutes, Linda. Few minutes. Yeah. Please take over.
Geshe-la, I was thinking about this because of the discussion,
Can you hear? Oh, yeah. Well,
the discussion 2 weeks ago, maybe, about people thinking about their suffering. You asked if Westerners think about their suffering. And my thoughts were, many of the people I work with, they're suffering so much that they can't think about anything but their suffering. And especially most of the people I work with are not familiar with Buddhism. So it's like being lost in an extremely dangerous forest or a war zone, and you don't have any way to get out. You don't have any way to change what's happening. You don't have any power. You feel helpless. And for people in that situation without Dharma or another belief system that helps them, the suffering is just all-encompassing suffering. So reflecting on the question you asked, do people in the West think?
Yeah, last week I asked question. I was just wondering, like, do Buddhism think about suffering? Yes. Answer is yes. Do people in the West, do you think about suffering? I was just wondering. I'm just throwing this question out there, wondering, do people here, or they completely try to deny? They don't want to think about suffering, or they do think about suffering. So now, why I ask this question, I want to see differences. Buddhism, why you think about suffering, there's a reason why you think about suffering. It's not something that you're enjoying thinking about suffering. Buddhism is not enjoying thinking of suffering or meditating on suffering. That's not the point. The point is, in Buddhism, why you meditate on suffering? Because there's a way out. There's a way out. You need to figure it out, the cause of suffering. You need to understand the cause of suffering. There's another reason why you think of suffering. You're trying to figure out the cause. You're trying to understand the cause of suffering. So once you manage to understand the cause of suffering, when you manage to find the cause of suffering, now you are thinking, second step, you are thinking, is there anything I can do is there anything I can do for the cause? Even it's possible to tackle the cause. So then this leads to path that teach you how to overcome, how to stop creating more cause for more pain. So then when you cease the cause, that's called cessations, the last noble truth. There's liberation. There is freedom. There you can liberate. You can liberate. You don't have to live with anger. Anger can be eliminated. Suffering can be overcome. That's why I was just wondering, in the West, you think of suffering, then what do you do? Maybe in the first place you don't think of suffering. That's probably not the best thing to do. You can't deny. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. You can't deny. Better to accept. So now the questions. So then, I think last Wednesday we talked about, when I'm reading the book, we talk about the karma. Karma is very much misunderstood. It's meant to help you. So see, there's teaching called transforming miserable condition into something positive. Do you understand? Transforming miserable condition into something positive. Is that possible? What do you do if you feel like everything's falling apart around you, everything, one after one after one, feel like there's no break, everything's falling apart. You are overwhelmed. You are like overwhelmed. You feel like this, all the difficulties pouring down on you like rain. What do you do? What is the best mindset you should have? What is the best mindset that you should have? At that moment, what you should think that, like, am I making any sense? What you should do at that moment? Karma, teaching of the karma is there to protect you, make you feel better, not like make you feel worse. If somebody says your karma, oh, that's your karma, you can't do nothing, that's your karma. Too bad, I'm sorry. That person don't understand the karma. Sorry, I'm sorry. That person don't understand the karma. Karma is there to alleviate, lift up your spirit up, because you feel like overwhelmed. You feel like everything's like pouring down on you like rain. You're overwhelmed. You need help. Karma is there to help you. So that is the meaning of teaching that's the purpose of teaching of karma, is to free you from this, feeling of overwhelm, like not just one, two, pouring down like rain. What do? Things happen in life. Nothing is perfect. You can act like everything is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Everything has problems, complications. You need to admit, accept, and deal with that. How to deal. Or sometimes it happens a few times, sometimes it fails one after one, no break. Every turn and has every twist and turn, how's it?
Every twist.
Twist and turn.
Twist and turn, wherever you look, there's problems. Yeah. You've been there, I've been there, everybody's been there. How you overcome? Life has to move on. No matter what, life has to move on. That's why you need strong mind, firmly grounded on reason, not just simple belief, knowledge, wisdom. That's how you rise. That's how you rise. That's how you float. You don't sink. That's how you rise. So now, I think I talked to Venerable Tenzin Lama. Venerable Tenzin Lama said, when people feel like that, they take refuge in different things. Different things. When we have problems, we turn to this book, Shantideva's book, and we read some systems to remember, review, analyze, and think, So then eventually helps you to, just let it go. Don't make it big deal. Just let it go, So just you're holding on there, you're just causing you some more pain. Don't you see that? Now it's time to wake up, just let it go, It happened many times, may not remember, happened many times. That's not the last, could happen again, need to be prepared. Things like that. Okay, so now probably time is out. Huh? We have like 1.5 hours. It's done. 1.5 hours. Oh, we still have time. It's happened like 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours haven't finished. Not finished yet. 20 minutes. Yeah. Then when the Tenzin Lama, please continue. So I interrupt. Sorry, because the reason I asked last time, do people in the West do they think about suffering? I didn't say meditate. Do they think about suffering? So that's this question leads. And then you are saying that people in the West do think about sufferings a lot.
Yes, Geshe-la. And as you were just saying, my daughter said once, they try to take refuge in drugs, they take refuge in fame, they take refuge in trying to feel powerful. But the discussion made me so aware of how fortunate we are to be able to take refuge in something that can transcend suffering and make use out of suffering. But Geshe-la, I have a question for you today. I don't understand how, I haven't learned how to stay in touch with the suffering that goes on in the world around us, like, another war when we're already having a war and the tremendous suffering of that. How do you keep your heart open to recognizing the suffering people are going through and not let it disturb your mind? If you consider sadness as disturbing your mind, the sadness you feel when you witness suffering, what steps do you go through to keep your mind calm when you witness that?
Donations from my friends. Any donations for the questions? Yeah, so I think fundamental human nature is goodness. As I said this many times, when we see somebody falling down, we don't say, "Oh, great, what a wonderful day." We don't say, we say, "Are you okay?" So the human nature takes over. We fundamentally, we human are good. We possess Buddha nature. So therefore, whenever whenever there's tragedies, that people's heart become, generally speaking, our heart become heavier. But practically, there's very little we can do. That's truth. That's the truth, right? That's the truth. Practically, very little we can do. So, natural disasters, war, they're driven by greed, power, attachment to not able to let go of the power, all kinds of things. So now the question, why all this is happening? Complicated, very complicated. I can't even figure out why many things that happen in my life last almost more than 50 years. I can't even figure that out. And how I'm going to figure it out, everything that happens in the world, that's almost impossible. Why is it happening? Nothing just happened like this according to Buddhism. Why? Everything's interdependent. Nothing is absolute. Buddhism does not believe in absolute. Everything's interdependent. Because of this, then that happened. Because of that, and this happened. Is that true? Yeah, that's true. When you look at everything, because of this happened. Because this it's kind of like pattern. So yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, I listen to BBC News, radios every day. So not much good news every day. There's something news is almost like heartbreaking. And when I hear, I just say some prayers. I just say prayers. Immediately float. I say prayer. War. I say prayer. I say prayer. That's only I can do. So there's nothing really I can do. So disturbing. So there's whenever you hear Bodhisattva ever weeping. Yeah, so I think being a Bodhisattva is not that easy, because Bodhisattva each and every one us has to be success. But we are not really becoming very successful in that regard. So that's why Bodhisattva, I think there's no depression, no depression. Bodhisattva experience sadness, but it's not depression. It just has what do you think? The sadness is a disturbing thought or not? Sadness. I don't think sadness is a disturbing thought. In my personal point of view, I think my personal point of view, the disturbing thought doesn't produce anything positive. Anything positive. We are not talking about here physical positive. We are talking about here mental positive. I think that's what I mean. Like disturbing thought does not produce anything goodness in the mind. So sadness do produce something good. When I listen to the news, I feel sad. I don't feel like joy or happy when people died, like in the war, regardless who died, where, which part died. It's all bad news. You know, people should not. Then I feel sad. So I feel sad. So that because of the sadness, then I say prayer. I say prayer. You know, I don't get just angry. I say prayer. So then, when you say prayer, you get benefit. Then I hope many years ago here at the center, somebody's like not doing well. We said prayer. Somehow that person sense. The person said it's not joy. It's not. There's a truth. The person said they sense. This group of people are praying for them. They sense. So basically, you are just sending positive wish. That's what is all prayer is about. No. Whoever saying the prayer, your mind is in peace. You are sending a positive wish. And the group of people, they're sending the positive wish in the same time, simultaneously create this wave of energies. Somehow, even the person who is not here, they sense. So therefore, I don't feel like I just sit down there, do nothing. I feel like I do something when I hear the word and I say prayer. Then a few days continuously, when I do my prayer, I think about that event, few days, then I say prayers. So at least like, I feel like, but changing is, is very, very complicated. Why it happened? Why now? It's all very, very complicated. Your own world is complicated, not able to figure it out. How in the world you're going to figure it out the rest of the world, why things are happening? It's almost impossible. So now here, when the question is, from my personal point of view, the sadness is, I don't see this like disturbing thought. According to Buddhist philosophy, the sadness is not listed as a disturbing thought. There's like 6 root disturbing thought and like 20 secondary disturbing thought. The sadness is not listed there. So there's another reference. According to Buddhist philosophy, the sadness is not listed as a disturbing thought. So it could lead to, something negative, but itself, I think, is not sadness. But
Geshe-la? Sorry, back here. I just had a thought also to share. I also am a therapist, and
wonderful.
I think that, as you said, sadness does not have to be a disturbing thought. It can bring us in touch with our humanity, our desire to heal others, and I think when we observe the sadness, as you said, it can lead us to action, to prayer, or to reaching out, to kindness. But we can observe the sadness and not have the sadness be all encompassing. We can observe the sadness, act because of the sadness and because of the humanity, but not let it take lead in our life, not let it be in charge of our life.
Yeah, makes sense. Wonderful, very good. Yeah, wonderful. Well said, very good.
I have a quick question, Geshe.
Mm.
The four opponent powers, does that come into play at all with this? I'm just curious.
The four power, the
Four opponent powers?
so like, are you talking about the purification practice?
Yes.
That the, I think that's like for general, any, like I say, like, so there's a very good, there's wonderful, because there's another thing like, I think you wish that if you could take my suffering, you will take suffering, that you have that, we all have that wish, but that's not how it works in the practical level, So that's why I'm thinking here, like, you can't just sit around with your negative thought. Oh, like what went wrong? Oh, I did this, I didn't do that. One didn't do well. That one didn't do well. I'm like kind of failure. I don't do anything like perfect. I'm just like, yeah, life is not perfect. So that's in Buddhism. That's what's called samsara. You need to understand. It will reduce automatically so many unnecessary stress that we have. This is not perfect. Can't act like one. It's not perfect. There's nothing wrong. Admitting this is imperfect existence, there's nothing wrong. Something will gain. There's wrong if you are not perfect, pretending, displaying everything's perfect, that creates so much stress for no reason. There's nothing wrong to accept the fact, just admit. So, Buddhism, what you do, how you overcome from this feeling that kind of like pains you over and over, how you overcome, you purify them, you purify them. I think this is very important, particularly in the Western world. It's not good to beat up yourself by your wrong actions. You need to purify them. And I said this many 25 years. I'm not sure how much people understand. You need to purify. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's working so hard to be good, and still there's something going wrong here, going wrong there. Some are because you are ignorant, some are because other people are ignorant. It's like people actions like wild wave. It's not a smooth wave, it's a wild wave. We live in these oceans. You expect there's a wave, wild wave. You expect that. It's not like, oh, how come there's a wave? It's there. It's always there. You are not being mindful. You just pretend it's not there. It is there. So you need to be careful, like. So purify. I think purify. You don't have to. You think about something negative, do nothing, then not good. In Buddhism, you not always think about something, what went wrong. No. When you're about to do purification practice, then you think what went wrong. You bring it up deliberately, and you take full responsibility, and you purify them. At the end, you feel good. Next time, when the memory comes up, memory will be there. When it comes up, it comes up with less pain. Eventually, it comes up with no pain because it's fully purified. Then life needs to move on. So that regard, four powers are very much needed. First one, power of dependence. How is it? Power of dependence, for power. Reliance, power of reliance. If you fall down on the ground, you can just go like this, stand up, there's nothing to hold on. Space, there's nothing. This is not the skillful way how you can wake up stand up like this. You have to lean on the ground there where you fall on, you lean and push up. That's how you stand up. So there's a power of reliance, Hurt someone's feelings. You always talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness is painful. It's not easy. Think about What comes out of there? What do you get out of there? What do you get? Holding a grudge, huh? Grudges. Do you ever feel good? Well, I don't think I feel good. Why you hold? Why you hold? Doesn't make sense. Something that makes you uneasy, why you hold on that? Doesn't make sense. Why you do that? Doesn't make sense. Why we do? Doesn't make sense. Need to think, So there's power of reliance. Then regret, no guilt, regret. Regretting towards something negative become positive. Regretting towards something positive become negative. Regret can be either way. Not guilt. Why? Things go wrong. Why you feel guilty? Nothing is perfect. No, I don't act like perfect. I'm not acting like perfect. I'm very much aware I am imperfect. I'm very much aware. Oh, my patient is 2 centimeters. I hope it'll get like 5 centimeters, but it's 2 centimeters. When you reach to that, there's nothing more. Patient is gone. It's gone. What is that? That's fact. Need to admit. Oh, like you are Buddhism. How come you lose your anger? Why you get out of there? Nothing. Why you do? So regretting towards something positive, that's negative. Regretting towards something negative, that's positive. No guilt. Well, there's no guilt. No. As I said, going backward 5 feet, going for 2 centimeters is good. It's good because at least you're going for something. So there's a life. That is life. That is life. There's a life. That life needs to move on. Can't stuck. Cannot stuck. Needs to move on. Oh. So then some kind of commitment. We all know. Keeping commitment is not that easy. We do make commitment. Keeping that is not easy. When you fail, do it again. Or like you can keep because you commit last year, you can keep. Doesn't matter. You can make commitment all the again. Maybe you did it for few days. That's better than nothing. We don't give ourselves credit. We don't give ourselves credit much, but we beat up ourselves more than we give ourselves credit. So then some kind of commitment, some kind of commitment. So now the actual antidote, people recite a mantra, people recite prayer, people meditate on bodhicitta, people meditate on shunyata, and people, volunteer for the holy spiritual sanctuary, cleaning the altar, cleaning around the stupas, going around the stupa. It's not that hard going around the stupa was built there for you. I myself trying, if it's rain, every time when I come here, I try not to miss the opportunity to go around the stupa. So I take this very seriously. So I always try to go around. And I wish you do the same thing. Just how long it takes? Nothing. It's not like climbing like Colorado mountains. It's just peaceful. You just go around. You have no clue how much that purifies. You have no clue. It'll purify so much. Kadamba Center, we built this for you. We understand it's hard west. Not everything's busy. There's so many things to family, event, friends, like shopping, here and go there, walk. We built this for you. Just really easy, just go around. How much merit you created, unbelievable amount of merit you create and purifies. If you go with the mindset, oh, I'm going around for the benefit of all people who's been hurting their life in the war, in the natural disaster. I want them to be, if all the dead people, I want them to have a higher rebirth. And with minds, positive minds, can you imagine that how much merit you created? So easy. And there's a prayer wheel that you turn. It's all for you. So if you don't get any benefit from here, this Mickey Mouse talk, you can get this benefit of going around this holy object. That like there's inside there's a relics. So you go out of the center for something rather than nothing, So that's why here in this entire teachings, why we invited here, we ever read? We never read since we got this here. I read this not by myself, with 3,000 monks in the monastery many times. There's all the teachings. Why I put it there? You coming here, looking at me, you don't get any benefit. I don't think, I don't believe. You get benefit just seeing this entire Buddha's teaching. What I'm hoping it will leave you imprint in your mind. So at least I feel good. You come here, you see this. Then if you go around, tune the prayer will go around the stupa, I feel much better. So your time is not wasted. So this is all we done for you. So many, many different ways to purify. Antidote, power of reliance. As a Buddhist, we take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. Then power of regret, as I said, regret. Then some kind of commitment not to repeat because it's causing me so much pain. I don't want to do it again because it's causing me so much pain. I need to wake up. So then if you can't continue, you need to understand there will be pain. You need to accept that. When you experience pain, you can't complain. You already know. You hear in America what you say, been there, done that. So same thing. So some kind of commitment, maybe one day, maybe 1 hour, 5 minutes, next 2 minutes. So then slowly can expand. So then power of the remedy exercise is not that difficult. You don't need to sit down hours. Just go around the stupa. Nowadays, weather is so nice, just go around, think something good. Oh, you purify so much. You create merit, which is the cause of happiness. Happiness is not just simple wish, it's the cause of happiness. So then it's good. So need to do something. Okay, so as I said, the remedy, cleaning around the stupa here, volunteering here at the center, helping, when people come, everything's ready. People sit down, get volunteers, or maybe read sutras, meditate on bodhicitta, meditate on shunyata, reciting mantra. These are many, many different antidotes. And going around the stupa is included. Also like going around the center, like now the center built beautiful this path. You can walk around. Then you're walking around the stupa and all the holy objects, entire Buddha's teaching here, not the Buddha's teaching, Lama Tsongkhapa teachings, all of that talks about like entire path, how you can become Buddha, enlightened, entire A to Z, complete. I think the Tibetan language nowadays is the only language that preserves entire Buddha's teachings. So this is all here. It's all here. So if you go bigger round with friends, just talk, go around, create so much merit. Oh yeah, so sorry, so I meant to read something from here, so then I was carried out by the meditations. So then please next time, please, if somebody asks you, what is meditation? Please share, meditation is making yourself familiar with something. What is the purpose or power of meditation? Subdue disturbing thought. Your life will be better off. Less disturbing thought, your life will be better off. More education doesn't guarantee. Less disturbing thought, 100%, your life will be better off. More positive thinking, optimistic, good for your life. Pessimistic, not good for your life. You could consider yourself a Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, all of that, atheist. None of you get benefit being pessimistic. Being optimistic, everybody, Buddhist, atheist, believer, not believer, animal, everybody get benefit. That's what we should do. Okay? So with that, so then thank you very much. And also, Venerable Tenzin Lama, thank you for your input, and please continuously help. Okay? Oh, yeah.
Please,
Something to say?
We have one
Yeah.
announcement real quick.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks from today, we're going to be having a community event for Dharma exchange. So people will be bringing Dharma books and other items that they don't need or are no longer using. And you'd be welcome to browse them and see if there's anything you can use. You're also welcome to bring items. So, sorry, I shouldn't have, yeah, getting a little lightheaded. But, we'll also provide food. So that's another good reason to come to the event. So come and get some free food. And you can talk to me if you have any questions about it, or CJ. One thing to keep in mind is that the Kadampa Center is not able to keep anything. So if you do bring things, you must take them all back with you, anything that's left over. But I think that's actually a reason why this kind of thing is so valuable, because I can't think of anything better than offering things to each other, because some of us can find something that maybe we've been looking for. Maybe we'll find out at the time. Anyway, thank you.
So what's the time for it?
Right after the.
Yes, so 2 weeks from today, it'll be right after the teachings. We're going to be serving food, and you're welcome to, we'll be setting some tables out. There'll be items gathering there. And 2 weeks from today, October 22nd. Yes. All right, thank you, everybody.
I'll talk to you after. Let's do the dedication.
Okay, so please turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll start with the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. I'll go to the page 244 and 45 for the long line prayers. First, for the one for His Holiness on page 244. The land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And then the long life prayer for Khyentse Rinpoche Jetsun Losang Delek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience, who received the name Awatare, the one with great precision, who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then on the inside back cover, a prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wear the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings, you suddenly depart to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, May the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Now the inside front cover for prayer for the long life of Geshe-la. Supreme God, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are a constant Dharma companion. Lama who has renounced fame, may you ever remain. And then below that, the one for Geshe Sampo. You have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all beings. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
Gracias, Marce, y a todos.
Gracias.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Linda. Bye.
See you next time. Thank you, Marcelo.